Welcome to Review Journal Sports Betting Spotlight in the College Football National Championship game. We're here at the Palm Sportsbook. As always, with handicapper Kelly Stewart at Kelly in Vegas and CG Technology Sportsbook Vice President Matt Holt. We'll give you a play on the side or total in the Alabama-Georgia game and also a prop. And Kelly, we want to lead us off. Who do you like on the side or total in your prop?
I feel like this is a really square play, but I'm going to take it anyway. I'm going to take the national championship game under 44.5 here at CG Technology. We saw some 45s floating around, so somebody hopefully agrees with me and it's not the square guys.
The sharps are on that. They opened at 48 and it's been going down.
God, I hope so. So I'm riding a little bit on the late train here for video purposes, but I still like it. You have two of the best scoring defenses in the country. As we've seen in games minus last week versus Oklahoma, where Georgia had no other option but to score to win the game, you're going to see these two teams just clash head-to-head. Bama has one of the best front sevens. Like I said, both teams have two of the best scoring defenses. So I think we're going to see just a ground-and-pound type run-it-out kind of game. I don't think we're going to see Jalen Hurts or Jake Fromm throwing anything real crazy. It's going to be a lot of running game, which is going to burn tons of clock. I think this game is going to be like a 24-14 type of game, and I'm totally okay with that, taking the under. My prop bet does not correlate, even though I was trying to look for one. I like Jake Fromm at 18-1 to score first. I used to do these all the time on like primetime NFL games, and I loved finding some of these bigger guys to, at some value here. So at 18-1, I think Jake has some value because, look, you're looking at Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel, you're looking at Jalen Hurts, all under 7-1. So give me 18-1. I think Jake may have to scramble here and just happen to scramble into the end zone.
All right, yeah, these props are hot off the presses here at CG Technology as we tape on Thursday morning. But Matt, who do you like on the game and the prop?
I'm going to go with the Georgia Bulldogs, and one key factor in this game for me is the injuries on the Alabama side, especially the defensive side of the ball, especially Anthony Jennings, the key linebacker / defensive lineman for the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have 4 linebackers for Alabama that have been out for the season, hurt this year, and been out for the season. The one steady, consistent piece all year that they had was Anthony Jennings. If you go back and watch the Clemson game, number 33 Jennings dominated that game on the defensive side of the ball, left the game with about 6 minutes to play, never came back. He's out this week with a knee injury. They also lost a key secondary player for Bama. So I think this game really fits into Georgia's style now. Pound the ball with those two awesome running backs, Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel. And I think they're going to have a lot of success against an Alabama defensive line now without Anthony Jennings. I'm going to take the points with the Bulldogs, and my prop play kind of correlates with that. I'm going to go with Georgia to score the longest touchdown of the game at plus 105. They had a 50-yard touchdown run, a 70-yard touchdown run last week. Both Michelle and Nick Chubb both have breakaway, take it to the house speed. They showed it last week. Both of them scoring touchdowns over 50 yards. Alabama's offense, even when it does score, tends to matriculate the ball down the field, picking up smaller chunks. They don't really have that breakaway player outside of Calvin Ridley. I'm going to take Georgia plus 105 to score the longest touchdown. Georgia plus the 3.5.
All right, I'm going to go with Alabama, laying the 3.5 over Georgia. Open at 4.5. It's down to 3.5. Do you go with the sharps or do you go with Nick Saban? Saban has a higher winning percentage. It's like betting against Bill Belichick. You don't get rich going against Nick Saban here. I got burned going against him, taking Clemson. Won't get fooled again. Popular stat you probably saw is that Saban's 11-0 against his former assistants, winning them by an average score of 38-10. Bama's been favored in 110 of their last 111 games. Last time they weren't. They were a 1-point dog at Georgia in 2015. 38-10 score there. I'll settle for a 17-10 score here, as Bama's defense should be able to contain the Georgia running game at least and force the freshman quarterback Fromm to beat him, as Kelly Bryant and Clemson couldn't do. And the Georgia defense got shredded early against Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts, 17 touchdowns, 1 interception this year. And as you mentioned, there's Calvin Ridley as a big play there. And Saban, I don't think he's going to miss out. He has a second chance to tie Bear Bryant for the most national titles ever at 6. I can't see him losing 2 national title games in a row. I also have a prop that will kind of correlate with that play. Who has the most passing yards as a prop here at CG Technology, Jake Fromm or Jalen Hurts? Jake Fromm, I'm going to take him at even money. I like Bama, but I think they'll be forcing Fromm to throw the ball, and if they get the big lead, as I expect, Fromm will be throwing the ball, and the Tide will be running the ball to run some clock out. Fromm had 210 yards and had a nice game against Oklahoma. Hurts only had 120 against Clemson. Kelly Bryant, despite Clemson not being able to do anything, actually threw for a few yards more than Hurts to win that prop, if that was a prop on that game. That's our spotlight in the national championship game.